begin. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chantal Howard. I'm the director of the Wholeness Coaching School, and I'm excited today to be here with a dear friend and one of my clients, Anna. Anna, can you tell us your last name? Because I think I'm going to slaughter it.
My name is Anna Wlodarska.
Wlodarska. Did I say it okay?
Yes.
Okay, I have to work on my Polish accent. That's a tough one. Wonderful. Well, we wanted to share with you all today a little glimpse into Anna's journey. She has been through quite an adventure. Her life is full of some really amazing blessings and hurdles that she's overcome. And so today we just want to take you on a journey from comfort zone to confidence coach. That is what we want to share with you. So we're going to just walk into this interview and get a glimpse into Anna's life and her journey. And I hope that each of you who hear this can glean from this encounter what's relevant in your own journey and what you might be able to relate to as Anna shares a little bit about her story. So Anna, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to have the interview with you.
Yes, we've been working together now for the last several weeks, just really identifying some of your gifts, your talents, your areas of focus. And it just really dawned on me that your story is worth sharing. And so my first question for you today is, tell us a little bit about where you came from and what your childhood was like, because I think it really helps set the stage for our conversation.
Yes, I will be happy to share. I came from originally from Poland. I spent there 23 of my years of my life. And I am first generation immigrant to United States. I came from, my family was a happy family, happy Catholic family. We spent many great times together, and my childhood was also the happy one, very adventurous. And I think, like everyone, I had some ups and downs, and during the studies maybe I got a little bit anxious, and I not diagnosed, but I think I had some like social anxiety a little bit. But for the most part, it was like very happy time in Poland.
And I'm going to pause you just for a minute so we can get I don't know, is it a fire alarm? Wouldn't that be funny if that's the case? It always happens when we try to go live. Something has to interrupt us. So I think it's under control there. So just thank you for persevering. It sounds like you had just a beautiful childhood, a childhood that had a lot of adventure and the highs and lows, of course, but also just a rich family environment, which is such a blessing. Not everybody has that privilege. So what happened that changed things for you? And what was it, what was the pain that you experienced in this transition from kind of that beautiful family milieu where everything was safe and comfortable and adventurous to this new world, so to speak?
I think the biggest factor for me was coming to a different country, coming to America. I was privileged to come with my family, and I wasn't alone here. But I think the change of culture and change of language, it was a little bit overwhelming for me. And even when I started to like going out and finding new friends, because it's like reality when someone comes to a new country, everything is new, and I didn't have many friends. Like some people have friends from college and from work. I knew some people from work, but I think our relationships weren't deep enough to call them like friendships.
Interesting.
But I I think the hardest part of that was that when I met some people who could be my friends, I had the barrier to like speak English. I knew some English, but I thought that I thought that my English wasn't that good, that I could like speak freely with people. And I had this situation that I went for like trip to Washington DC with my friend, with people who I didn't know at the time. I met them first time there, and I was very quiet. And it was very like weird situation. But then after that, they become, most all of them from the bus become my best friends. And yes,
Beautiful.
but I think the narration of that, because of the language, and I started thinking that, oh, maybe I am not good enough to have dreams, to have beautiful life. And I think it was very present with me all the time.
Wow. It's very interesting because I can see how in relationship to those that might be listening, they might think, well, that's of course a very challenging reality, to change language, to change location, to have to start building relationships all over again. And yet, isn't it interesting that so often these are very similar challenges to what we hear for anyone in our culture? I don't know if I can find my voice. I'm not sure if I'm good enough. Where do I belong? How do I find friendships, make friendships, deep friendships? I'm not sure if I can actually do this. And I think it's very interesting that there's a lot to glean from your story that I'm sure many of our listeners can relate to. So what was it that you experienced that helped you really to begin that you could be different? I mean, this is a powerful journey. We're talking about from your comfort zone of your beautiful little childhood, being ripped out of that. Now you're in a new world without your voice. You're trying to find your place. What shifted that made you think you could be a confidence coach? Because that's pretty extraordinary shift.
I think first I started looking for some retreats and like ways of prayer because of my Catholic upbringing. And I think also what I did, it was I think during pandemic when everything started, and I was a lot of time on my hands, and I watched interview with January Donovan on I think it was a virtual Catholic conference. And I was so surprised that someone can talk like that freely about dreams and like passions in life, and that God has a plan for every one of us. And I booked a free call with her, and I think my journey started from that I say yes to one thing, and there I had many more opportunities there. I joined a mastermind class in the women's school, and I think this class allowed me to really dive deep into my life, ask myself like more deep questions about who I really am and what my life means. And one, I think, of the themes there was that we are created for community, and if we are not good, like we don't feel good like physically or mentally, or our spiritual life is not in the right place, this influence also our family life, our intimacy with others. And I think it was like the biggest milestone for me to like really see that and to start thinking, oh, maybe I really have some gifts and talents that I can share with others. And I always had this like I was drawn to like help others. I really like that. But because of so many like problems, I think I got like blind by that. And I couldn't see far enough to see like that I can be like help to others because I myself needed help. But this was, I think, the women's school, and I took also some coaching and counseling along the way, and also prayer helped a lot.
Wow. Wow. So it seems to me this idea of being in community was a really important component, that when we're wandering, when we're alone, when we wonder if we're enough, when we aren't sure what our mission is or our purpose is, or how to find ourselves, that coming into community and having a guide, really, whether it's the class, the master class, the community, a coach, a strategist, to come alongside of us and help crack open our own belief, is really the pivotal piece that you found, wasn't it?
Yes, I think the community and this belief that I can belong to the community, and I decided then to join strategist community, which like I think pushed me out of my comfort zone, because now I not only have my like sometimes I still have like some struggles along the way, but I think it's also with others, and like we all have some like ups and downs in life. But being a strategist, I think, allowed me to really see other people and maybe see through myself, my own struggles, but see them not longer as struggles, but as a blessings in life, that maybe this needed to happen to me. Maybe God allowed this to happen because now I can use this and help others that are in the similar situation.
Wow. It's like what January Donovan says. She says, our wounds become the compass to our contribution. And that's so fitting, considering this journey, being in your beautiful comfort zone in Poland, and then coming to a new country and having to find your voice, and how that relates. Again, each one of us has a similar journey we have to go on, even if it doesn't mean that we're traveling across the world and shifting around to new locations. I think about this in particular for the mission that you've begun to develop, which is to help people find their voice, to find their confidence, to find the place where they belong. So what is your dream now, and how are you helping them? How are you implementing that effort to help them find their confidence?
My dream is now to reach as many women as possible that have similar pain points in life, and to say to them that they are not alone, and to become their coach and strategist, and go with them along the way, and to just say to them that it's fine when they are here in the place they are, but there's always like a better place, and that there is always room for growth, and they don't need to struggle anymore.
Yeah, to not be afraid, to keep growing.
Yes. I think the phrase by John Paul II, don't be afraid. And I can add to that, don't be afraid to like dream big, because our dreams and desires, we not always think that they are ours, but God put them in our hearts, and he will help us to like fulfill these dreams and desires. And maybe by people that we find along the way, and I can be this person for someone to like walk with them and help them to see their dreams and their desires, also to start achieving these dreams too.
Yeah. Wow. This is beautiful. What a tremendous gift this is to see such a palpable and real example of someone who could have stayed in your comfort zone, could have hidden under your sweet introverted self, could have stayed and played small, but instead you've challenged yourself, you've stretched yourself, you've allowed someone to also come alongside you and believe in you and pull out this capacity to be not only find your own voice, but to lead and to support others. I really commend you. It's exceptional and it's beautiful. And I can sense already what a profound listener you are, that's one of your great gifts, your intentionality, and just your ability to be very thoughtful about the words that you use, because now you have such appreciation for your voice. It's really special. So in conclusion, I'd like to just ask one last question. I know that you're beginning your own masterclass soon. Do you want to tell us just a little bit about that? And if anyone was interested in reaching out to you, maybe how they could get more information about what it is that you're going to be leading women through in this coming season?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sure. I will be starting Mastermind in the middle of September. I think it will be September 18, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I will have a webinar about living in your own dreams, living your own dream. And I will be sharing a little bit about that, how to do that. But the mastermind group, I think it will be a beautiful opportunity to have this community to grow with, to have accountability partners that they can lift you up in the ups and downs, and really we will dive into how to be the best version of yourself, how to find your calling in life. And I will be happy to walk with you along the way. And also I will offer coaching, to 1 hour of coaching each month. And Mastermind will last, it will be 5 months.
Wonderful. Wow.
Yes.
So 5 months in the mastermind. This is also going through a similar program to what you went to with the women's school. So unpacking in a course of lessons, and then having that time together, and then your private coaching as well. And I believe this is what's so exciting, is you're going to be able to introduce to your clients January Donovan, who teaches the primary class, to them as well. So they'll have access in a way to her through you as well. That's really special.
Because I will be the facilitator of Mastermind class, but the lessons are taught by January Donovan.
Wow. What a privilege to work alongside of her. That must be so special. What a dream to have your mentor now be your co-teacher, so to speak. That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow. Well, this has really been a special moment, and I can tell that you're passionate about your work and you're willing to continue to stretch yourself forward. And it really has given us a profound example for each of us to reflect on. How can we move from our own comfort zone out into the place of confidence? And we know that confidence really does lie outside of our comfort zone. We have to get a little uncomfortable in order to find our strengths. So you've given us a really intense, story of that, of having to change your entire life and your location and your language. it makes it seem like the journey that each one of us is on perhaps isn't as daunting as it might seem. So thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you being here with us. And I hope that anyone who's listening will reach out. How can they get a hold of you, Anna?
They can find me on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's by Anna Wlodarska. It's Wlodarska, Wlodarska. And I hope to have soon maybe my own website.
Yeah.
So,
another step outside your comfort zone, getting your website
yes.
launched. And your email, would that be an appropriate way as well?
Yes. My email is Anna, it's ANNA 14 WLODARSKA @gmail.com.
Wonderful. So we can also share those things in conjunction with this in the posts or the email that you receive this through, so that you have that too. Anna Wlodarska. Did I say it right?
Yes.
I'm going to work on it. Well, thank you so much for your time today and for sharing your journey, and just being willing to be so courageous, because I know it's not an easy thing to step out and to find your way, not only for your own purpose, but then to actually step into leadership. It's really beautiful. You've given all of us a lot of hope that we too can do the same. So thank you so much.
Thank you.